Hi there, this is Tom Bearman, principal at Alpena High School, also the district representative for APS Online. I just have some quick information I want to share with everybody as we begin the process of planning for second semester later this month. So just to give everybody kind of an idea of what our timeline looks like moving forward, January the 8th is going to be the deadline for all APS students to transition to APS Online. If you are currently not an APS Online student, that will be the deadline to make that transition. For students that are currently APS Online students K through 12, your semester will end on January the 15th. The reason why this ends a week early is so that the online instructors, who again are not APS employees, can get the grades to us. And then on January 22nd, all students in APS, their first semester will end. And then on Monday, January the 25th, second semester begins for all students. Just want to point something out to everybody. There's a lot of confusion, especially at the 6 through 12 level of what being a current online student means. So these are two graphics that kind of give you a visual representation of what we mean. If your student began the school year in a building with an APS teacher, at one of the elementaries at Thunder Bay or at the high school or ACES, whether it be everyday face-to-face at the elementaries or the hybrid model at the secondary level, your student is considered face-to-face. Even though since the middle of November we have been working remotely, your student is still considered to be face-to-face. If in November, when we transitioned to remote, they were attending one of the APS buildings. If your student is 100% online, working from home, you are considered to be an APS Online student. So there's a lot of confusion right now, especially students, because we are remotely. If you in November had a schedule in which you were in an actual APS building with an APS teacher, you are considered to be face-to-face. You are not considered an APS Online student. So when we talk about January the 8th, this is what we mean. In order for APS to provide the best possible online education for our students, we do have to establish a hard deadline of January the 8th for any student to move from face-to-face. Again, face-to-face means you're currently working remote, but you were a face-to-face student in November when we transitioned to remote learning. That deadline is January the 8th. If you are currently a face-to-face student and you're looking for information of what it means to be an APS Online student, we do have an informational video available at the link below that is recorded from a parent forum we had back in November that you can get some information about what it means to be an online student. We want to make sure all parents are aware that it is not a very simple task. It is not easy. It is very challenging, especially students that are non-readers. It becomes even more hingent on parents being engaged and involved. So there's a lot of information there. If you have questions, the contact information is here on this slide for all of the representatives at the various level. If your student is elementary, K through 5, Miss Ellie Diamond is going to be your contact information. If your student attends Thunder Bay Junior High or is a middle school student, your contact will be Nancy Abram. If you have questions to register your student, you can contact the counselor at whether it be ACES or the high school, and that information is available on the website. So speaking of the website, everything you need to get your questions asked for enrollment is available here. I'm going to take everybody through a nice little walkthrough of where everything is on the website. So you come to the website here. You scroll over to where it says schools. Here under other programs, we have APS Online. Once you get here, there is also a link to the video I mentioned from the November Parent Forum. There is also a copy of the slideshow here. So a lot of information here for prospective parents. If you go to the APS Online enrollment page here, all of the information of where you can enroll your student for APS Online is here. Here are the email addresses for people you can have questions about, whether it be elementary, junior high. Craig Barrett is our APS Online guru at the high school level. He has also a plethora of information if you have questions about APS Online. If you're a high school student, this link right here, contact your counselor, will take you to the Counseling Corner page where you can get information on who your counselor is and information about how to contact your counselor. Again, we just want to make sure that everybody kind of understands why we have this January 8th deadline, and that is so that we can make sure that any student or family that wants their child to be APS Online has the opportunity to start their courses as quickly as possible, close to the January 25th beginning of second semester. Keep in mind that this is an unprecedented time in the American educational system. These vendors that provide APS Online courses are overwhelmed, just as everybody else is, with the large increase of students that are going to the online option. So again, we ask that you please make your decision by the January 8th deadline, so that we can make sure that if that is the choice you want, your student will have an opportunity to begin courses as close to January 25th as possible. Of course, I am also available for any questions. My direct telephone number at the high school is 358-5300, and you can also visit the website and get my email address as well. Thank you very much, and I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday season and a much smoother transition to 2021 that we can ask for. Thank you very much.